here, and today we are going to talk about what I've learned about metabolism. Something that I have learned while being on my fitness journey, learning how to speed up my metabolism. Today we're going to talk about ways that you can speed up your metabolism, foods that could speed up your metabolism, exercises that could speed up your metabolism, and also what the heck even is a metabolism? Hey everyone, I'm Jack Attack. I'm a health and fitness enthusiast, a former obese person. I'm a nerd for numbers, and I'm looking for easier ways to become healthier and fitter. I'm going to share them with you along the way. Make sure to get your water bottle filled up and to sip through it throughout this entire video. If you want, you can pause it and take 10 sips right now. Ooh, okay. I'm such a dork. Okay. Ooh, I like these markers. We are going to talk about metabolism. All right, so metabolism, what the heck is it, right? Your metabolism is basically, to put it as simple as possible, it is the amount of calories that you burn in a day. That's the simplest way that I can put it. And you can find out how many calories you burn in a day. You can use a Tdee calculator, or you can wear a Fitbit and that will tell you as well. But both those numbers are not 100% accurate. So please take that information with a grain of salt. You could go to a website, which is tdeecalculator.net, and you can get your TDEE. But what is a TDEE? It is another word for metabolism. It is your total daily energy expenditure. The total amount of calories that you burn in a day, that you expend in a day. That is what your metabolism is. And this number changes on the daily. So let's break it down. Your TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, is made up of 4 things. The first thing takes up about 65% of your daily calories that you burn, and that is your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. It takes up about 65% of your total calories that you burn in a day. And your basal metabolic rate, those are the calories that you absolutely need to have your body function optimally. So this is stuff like brain function, blood circulation, your liver, your heart, and your kidneys. There are a few things that go into calculating a BMR: your age, your gender, and your weight. So make sure if you're using this TDEE calculator, you are being 100% truthful. The next piece to the puzzle is the thermal effect of food. And this is just the process of digestion. Everything you eat has a different thermal effect of food, and it takes calories to do all the digestion inside of you. This takes up about 10% of your daily calories. The last 2 pieces to the puzzle is movement. It is non-exercise activity thermogenesis and exercise activity thermogenesis. And these combined take up the last 25% of your total daily energy expenditure, your TDEE, your metabolism, your total daily calories burned in a day. Your metabolism, now you've learned, just like I have learned, that your metabolism is an amount of calories. And calories are a unit of measurement for energy. Total daily energy expenditure. Get it? Right? It's all coming together. Now we know that your metabolism is an amount of calories. It is not a speed. Your metabolism doesn't go fast. It can't be measured in miles per hour or kilometers per hour. There's no distance. It's not a speed. It's just a number as to how many calories that you burn in a day. Now that we know, now that it's drilled in our heads what a metabolism is, let's talk about how we can speed it up, or really how we can increase it. Because remember, it's not a speed. It doesn't go fast. It is just a number. And this is a number that we can raise. You want your metabolism to be high so that you can eat more food. Let's talk about how we can raise each and every one of these categories in our metabolism. First, your BMR. You can't really change your age. You can't really force yourself to get younger. So it's a little hard to change that part of it, but a big part of your BMR that can be changed is your body composition. And that means your muscle and your fat. Does that look like a fist? A guy like that? Is that what that looks like? Okay, this is a guy flexing his arm, okay? Trying to make this look more fun. If we want to increase our BMR, a major component that goes into calculating your BMR is your body composition. So in the Tdee calculator, you are able to put in your body fat percentage if you know it with your BMR. If we want to increase that, we can change our body composition. For every pound of muscle, this is a pound of muscle. For every pound of muscle we have on our bodies, every single day, that 1 pound will burn 14 calories. Fire. Ooh, is that fire? Does that look like fire? Yeah. Burns 14 calories for every pound of muscle that you have on your body. Did you know that 1 pound of fat, yes, I made the fat bigger because 1 pound of muscle is way more dense than a pound of fat. Fat is also burning calories while you have it on your body. Fat burns about 3 calories per pound per day. The more you weigh, the more calories you need in order to keep that on your body, because fat burns 3 calories per day per pound on your body, and if you don't give it those 3 calories per pound, then your pounds are gonna start falling off. And this is a big reason why as we get older, our BMR goes down, it decreases, because as we get older, we tend to lose muscle mass, and that means we're losing something that's burning calories for us. So if you want to keep your BMR high, or you want to raise it even higher, or you want to prevent it from going lower as you age, you need to lift weights. Okay, enough about BMR. Let's talk about the thermal effect of food. This one is going to be quite quick. It only takes up 10%, so it's not the biggest deal, but the thermal effect of food is just the process of digestion. Out of the 3 macronutrients of carbs, fats, and protein, of these 3 macronutrients, protein has the highest thermal effect of food. It takes the most out of all 3. It takes the most calories to process and digest in your stomach. Not only is protein having the highest thermal effect of food, you may not care all that much because it's only 10%. It's fine. I don't need to care about these. Oh, but you do. Because protein, not only does it have the highest thermal effect of food, it has the highest satiety, how something satisfies you in your belly. Carbs is our body's preferred fuel source and energy source, so make sure you're not skipping out on those. Protein not only has the highest thermal effect of food, I'm going to keep saying it until it's drilled into your head, but it's what helps keep your muscle mass. So these kind of play in together. You need to keep your protein high so you can keep that muscle mass, especially if you are on the path towards losing weight. You want to make sure you're keeping as much muscle mass as possible so that you're losing fat and not, I keep eating my hair, so that you're losing fat and not losing muscle as well. You want to keep those gains. Hey y'all, Editing Jack here. I talked about protein a little too long, so I'm just going to put that in another video, okay? Okay, continue. Let's talk about the last piece of a puzzle for a bit, because I feel like I've put a lot of emphasis on this, but the last piece of the puzzle, the last 25%, that is the part where you have so much control over. The first part of it, the NEAT, if you remember, that is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. If your EAT is your exercise activity, what do you think non-exercise activity means? You guessed it. It's non-exercise movement. Blinking? That wouldn't be considered exercise. I wouldn't say I'm doing a blinking workout, right? That is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Moving my hands around, just standing and not being in a lying down position, just standing is giving me non-exercise activity thermogenesis. All movements that you wouldn't consider exercise is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. What's crazy about this is if you were to cut your calories so low that you are eating close to or lower than your BMR, don't go that low. Please don't go that low. Your NEAT will decrease if you eat as low as your BMR. Just to put this into perspective, myself, 140 pounds, I do have about 20 extra pounds of muscle on me, more than the average person. That's just according to what my scale says. I'm not trying to brag, but I kind of am proud of my strength. My BMR, according to my scale, is around 1,400. If I was to eat 1,400 calories a day, all the time, my NEAT would go way down. I would stop fidgeting, or I wouldn't fidget as much. Little non-exercise activity thermogenesis things, talking with your hands, you'll start talking with your hands less. Like, you will be so sluggish and low on energy because you're low on calories, and calories are energy, if you eat this low. It is not necessary. You don't need to obsess about them to the extreme or to the exact. If I don't exactly make it there, that's fine. If I go a little over, that's fine. You don't have to be perfect. It's obsessing over the perfection that's going to drive you crazy. And you don't have to do that. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. How can we increase on purpose our non-exercise activity thermogenesis? First example, what do you think? Take the stairs. Yes, take the stairs and not the elevator. Going up those stairs, that's going to increase your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Those few calories you burned running up the stairs or walking up the stairs is more than what you would burn just standing in an elevator. So heck yes, take all the stairs, be a badass, be amazing, get your non-exercise activity thermogenesis up. Let's see, what about, does that ring a bell? This is the parking lot. The yellow lines are parking lot lines. Parking extra far. I'm serious. This is so cliche. This is how you increase your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Get those extra steps in any way you can. Roughly, for every 10 minutes of walking, depending on how fast you're going, but the average pace, 10 minutes of walking is 1,000 steps. That's insane. That's incredible. And I think about that all of the time. If I have 2,000 steps to hit my step goal, I think, oh, I just gotta walk for 20 minutes. I could walk for 10 minutes right now, or I could do 15 minutes and then 5 minutes. I could do 4 or 5 minute walks and then boom, I'm done. Like, I'm a nerd for numbers, I guess. I don't know, I just love it. Anything is more than nothing. I don't want to say anything is better than nothing, because this isn't about being better. It just means more steps. None of this is moral. You are not good or bad if you do or don't do any of these things. There's no moral effect. That's what I want to say. Increasing your NEAT and your EAT are going to be the easiest ways to increase your metabolism, which is really nice, don't you think? If you were to go to the tdeecalculator.net, it is going to ask you how active you are. The lowest option that you can choose is sedentary, and that is someone who is not moving very much at all. They spend most of their day sitting. A lot of people will mislabel themselves as sedentary because they consider themselves lazy, when in actuality, they're not actually sedentary. Someone who is sedentary is taking less than 5,000 steps a day, or roughly 50 minutes of movement. So if you have a watch, or most phones have pedometers built right in, if you're able to keep it in your pocket or on your person somehow, if you're taking less than 5,000 steps a day, you could consider yourself sedentary. However, I would encourage you to try and get those 5,000 steps higher if you can. Try to aim for 500 more steps next week, or see if you can continue until you work up to getting a little bit more, because hitting this step goal, hitting 10,000 steps, is what's going to keep you bringing your need up as high as you can so that you can eat a good amount of food, a good adult portion of food. Overeating is what causes weight gain. If you're eating in a surplus and eating more than what your body needs, your body is going to store those extra calories as fat. 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. You would need to eat an extra 500 calories more than what your body needs a day in order to gain 1 pound of fat a week. And 4 pounds of fat gained in a month, so you don't really notice it. The people around us see us every day. They don't notice it either until one day you're 70 pounds overweight because over 70 weeks you've gained a pound a week. We know that if we want to lose weight in a healthy, sustainable way, we can't be cutting down low like this. We can't be cutting low because we need all of these calories to make sure our muscles and our organs and everything are taken care of. We need all of these calories so that we can digest our food, and we need all of the calories so that we have the energy to be moving our bodies. If you want to increase your metabolism, I need you to work out and lift weights to increase your muscle mass. I need you to eat a high protein diet to keep that muscle, and I need you to move your body. I need you to try and hit your 10K step goal. Do your best to just increase it by a little bit. Just a little bit. Use some of that motivation that we talked about in the last video. I'll link it down below. If you want to know different ways that you can get motivated, you will be extremely motivated by my video. So please watch it. Link is in the description. I hope you learned a lot today. This is what I've learned over the years of trying to become healthier and fitter. Yes, you will reach your goals because you have all the tools that you need. I'm Jack Attack, and I hope that I helped you out today. Have a nice one.